Back again and jumping right back into 300 more writing prompts. If you haven't been following along, this is prompt number 9 for Journal Journey. Let's just not waste any time and jump right in. What do you think is the best use of your time? See what I did there? I could fill this entire book with my thoughts on best use of my time. This is honestly something I struggle with so much in my life, both in general and especially creatively. Um, where do I even begin? I don't want to waste time, and so I'm just gonna talk about it. I feel like I never have enough time for anything, just anything. And for the last 10, 11 years of my life, I've struggled with sleep because I feel like it's a waste of my time. I know my body needs it. I know it's better for me if I do it, but because I have to work over 40 hours at a day job to pay the bills and, just live life, I don't have time for all the projects and ideas and thoughts and writing that I want to do. And that's what's so frustrating, is it's caused sacrificing time with some family, some friends, just because at least right now in my life, who knows, this could change. I hope it does. I've just always wanted to make a living in some fashion off of my writing or my creative skills that I believe that I have. And in order to do that, I need to put a lot of time into my things. And I'm sure a lot of writers or creators, comedians, content providers of some kind understand this. I hear YouTubers talk about this, that it just takes up all your time. And I'm hoping that if I could eventually be paid to do this, that all the time I was spending my free time on creative work can now be like free time again. And I won't need those 40 some hours a week being dedicated towards a job I don't care about to pay the bills and such. So, what's the best use of my time? Things that I don't feel guilty about, when I'm doing it, working out. One of the hardest thing to do is to get myself to work out, but when I'm doing it, I know that I'm going to feel better afterwards that I did it. Best use of my time, writing, working on something in some capacity, spending time with friends, watching things. Some people think that watching movies or TV is, you know, a waste of time, but as someone who's writing and creative, like, one, it's an escape. Two, it's I take little lessons and learn little things from everything I watch, um, because clearly these things got past the obstacles of getting made. Things have to be greenlit, so they need to be some form of quality or some check some boxes to get there. So everything's a lesson. Um, yeah, it's hard choosing even for this, like, what's the best use of my time, because that's constantly what I'm struggling with. Scheduling, trying to figure out the best use of my time takes up sometimes the most time. I honestly wish that sleep wasn't a thing so that I could have the full 24 hours at my disposal. It's something that I think we take for granted, and I try not to. I've tried to, as I've gotten older and learned more and more about my needs, tried to remove toxic people from my life, tried to remove myself from situations that I know stress me. Lately, especially during lockdown, I've been trying to eat better because in the end, when I'm older, I want more time, and I'm hoping that by making steps now that can matter later. I heard Pete Holmes talk about it on a podcast once, trying to figure out what you think your best self is. And I think when I'm creating and collaborating with people and bringing things from concept to life, I think that's when I'm being my best self. And so when I'm doing something like that, I feel like it's my just best use of my time. And this here, and hopefully tomorrow's is not so heavy.